When I inherited my late grandfather's vintage camera, I never expected it to change my life in such a chilling and inexplicable way. The camera, a beautiful antique piece, exuded an aura of history and mystery that drew me in. Little did I know the eerie secrets it held within its lenses. I began to experiment with the camera, fascinated by its old-school mechanics and the idea of capturing moments on film. But soon I started noticing peculiar anomalies in the developed pictures. At first it was subtle, shadowy figures in the background, faces partially obscured, and strange orbs of light. I attributed it to the aging equipment, assuming it was just wear and tear affecting the film. However, as I delved deeper, the anomalies became more pronounced. In each photo, the figures seemed to draw nearer, their faces contorted in agony or despair. I felt a sense of unease, as if something sinister lurked within the confines of the camera. One evening, as I focused on taking a portrait of my living room, a bone-chilling scream echoed through my house. It felt as if it came from within the camera itself. I dropped it in shock, the sound still reverberating in my ears. Shaken, I cautiously picked it up, checking the image I had captured. The photo showed a scene straight out of a nightmare. In the background stood a twisted, shadowy figure, its elongated fingers reaching toward me. Its face was a grotesque mask of agony, and its eyes seemed to bore into my very soul. I felt a cold sweat break out across my brow as I realized this figure was not there when I took the photo. Terrified, I decided to confide in a friend who was knowledgeable about the occult. They suggested that the camera might be a vessel for capturing spirits or entities from another realm. My friend warned me to stop using it, but curiosity and a strange fascination with the supernatural drove me to continue. With every picture I took, the haunting figures appeared closer, their presence growing more menacing. It was as if they were trying to breach the barrier between their world and mine. My nights became restless, plagued by nightmares and a constant feeling of being watched. The turning point came when, in a moment of desperation, I captured a picture of my own reflection. To my horror, standing just behind me in the image was one of the shadowy figures, its hand almost touching my shoulder. Fearing for my safety, I resolved to destroy the camera, but as I raised a hammer to shatter it, an otherworldly shriek pierced the air, sending shivers down my spine. In a panic, I threw the camera into a bag, and despite the sounds of protest emanating from it, I hurled it into the river. Since then, the haunting images have ceased, but a lingering dread remains. I often wonder if the camera still haunts the depths of that river, or if it found its way back into our world, carrying with it the tormented souls it captured. As a word of caution, I urge you, dear reader, should you come across a mysterious antique camera, steer clear of its eerie powers, lest it drags you into a world of terror and despair.